It's week 4 of the NFL, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Falcons and the Jags, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, this the first of our International Series this year, the Falcons and Jaguars. The Jags, of course, no stranger to these London games. They're a fixture in these parts due to the presence of their owner, Shad Khan.
Add in the fact that they're going to be the first team ever to go back-to-back here in England. They play the Bills next week, so a very interesting time for this franchise. Not only are they Duval's team, but they're also the UK's team as well.
All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Ridder to throw it. Got a man, it's London. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll run with Patterson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 12 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Ridder off to play fake. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Ridder will set up to throw it. Throw left side, there's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw, Ridder. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Ridder with it after the play fake. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And the pressure gets to him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. First down, here's Ritter. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. On play action, here's Ritter. This is Smith with the ground. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Got London on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
On first down, Ritter. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On the counter, ETN. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter now. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Ritter back to throw. Into the hands of London. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get that underneath ETN.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ritter on first and 10.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ritter looking to throw on first and 10.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A Ritter's throw taken in by Miller.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive? on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
That's good. Jacksonville, first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
ETN up the middle.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Falcons' 37-yard line.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now, but they hope to get back into this game. Got to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 15.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Ritter working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And now the rookie's free. Treads into the stiff arm.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't we? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On second down, here's the option.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to the...
Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts
From 6 yards away.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zay Jones.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So out come the Falcons now.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier.
Holding. Offense.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
So here now Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:37 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Down to a knee goes Ritter, and that should be enough to finish this one off.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next sport. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So a win here for the Falcons. And the man leading the charge was their quarterback, Charles. That's Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for Atlanta, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.